A very good morning to you. How are you doing? And welcome to Your World. I am your host, Wikali. Today we are coming live to you from the Zetech University Ruiru campus. And the conversation today is something that we've talked about over and over and over again, just because it has different dimensions. We're talking about social media and how to leverage that into revenue. How do we do that? How do we turn the likes, the views, the tap-taps, all those things? I'm yet to learn how that works. But how do we turn all of that into revenue? And once that is turned into revenue, how do we go about to maintain and grow that money? So two things. How do we grow our online presence? And two, how do we turn that presence into money? Because we've already established that we spend about 2.5 hours every single day scrolling on social media. So if you're there, you better be doing something about it to earn a living. And helping me have this conversation today are two gentlemen here. We've had a lot of conversations off air, so I feel like I'm preempting this conversation, but I'm happy that we have an audience. And I'd like to start our introduction from the furthest right. This is left. Simon.
Yes.
Don't do that.
This is left.
This
okay,
is
you
left.
got it.
Yes, I got it.
Good job. Well, good morning to you too. Yes, I am Simon Says. I create content that makes you smile and think at the same time. I also even guide people on what content are you actually going to make even for your business or even your personal brand, and how can you even accelerate that and grow. That's what I do.
And my immediate left.
All right. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
I'm really excited to be back here. Talk about money is one of my favorite things. So always excited where the conversations are being heard, especially with the young guys. So
Yes.
I'm really excited to be here. I'm a financial coach. I have a company called Craft Your Future today, and we're all about empowering people to, to live their higher purpose than worrying about paying their bills. Yeah.
Absolutely. Woo.
Yeah.
I'd like to live like that. Yenye sijali kulipa bills. I just know it's taken care of. And I'd just like to ask our audience today, how many are on social media? Okay, I think the question is, who is not on social media?
And WhatsApp
one.
is social media somewhat.
WhatsApp is what it still is. I mean, we are making money
exactly,
on social media, on WhatsApp as well. So sisi wote tuko kwa social media. How many people have made money from social media? Kama umeshawahi lipwa kwa sababu tu ulipost kitu WhatsApp for whatever reason, but social media made you get a quick buck. Hata kama ni ile a tap. Show of hands. Show of hands. Nobody has made money? Not even one? Ooh, okay, cool. Now we need to. Now it's so kazi.
Now
you have. How many people then would like to make money from social media?
Of course.
Okay, fantastic. Great. Now we've established that they are on social media. They haven't made money on social media. They would like to make money from social media, which throws everything on your court right now.
Of course.
Because maybe you can give us a little background on how you found your way around that. Because I don't think it's a new thing. You've always done this for a very, very long time. How many years now?
Hey, a minute from the digital migration.
Yes.
That time.
Yes.
That time, yes, that time. So mainly is this, even something very practical. I like giving practical things because even I lecture even on digital marketing. But then you came and told me class. Yes, you did.
I did.
And so the main thing is this, something very practical. You guys are in school right now and you're learning, you're going about your various courses. If you actually want to leave campus having proven skills, not skills, proven skills. Wikali has a proven skill because she has actually done the work when it comes to even journalism and everything. A skill is just something that you've just acquired. A proven skill is something that you've exercised. So how do you actually even showcase what you're actually even learning through social media? So it basically is, even if it's that video content, don't necessarily, yes, you can do your dancing and everything, because I know dancing is very popular amongst young guys, even how do you do the dancing and all that. Whatever it is that you're currently interested in, execute on doing it, but show the expertise in it. Let me just use dancing because that's something very basic. Everybody can even understand. If you're in a dance group or even you guys like making TikTok dances of you guys dancing, don't only post the final edit of your routine. Show how you guys came up with that routine and how someone else who doesn't know how to dance like Wikali can actually now learn and then now do the dance routine herself. Guess where that takes you? You're not a dancer, you're a dance instructor. You see now that's what? separating you a little bit different, okay?
Yeah.
Show the actual process of what you're actually engaging in and showing even how you can actually even now how even you came up with this masterpiece. That's just one even intro of even how even I even came up, even how I even started was I just did journalism, and then now I came out and just started making little clips of even me just highlighting news of like things are changing, whatever, with my own comic relief. And then that ended me ending up on a TV show where I was doing that. Now, that sort of thing. So show your expertise out there of what you're actually even doing, but also show even how you're doing it. That separates you, makes you an expert.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
I really do. And we can't talk about social media without talking about the things that we learn, because that's the thing. We now go on TikTok to look for recipes. I do. I moved from Google.
Yes.
I did. So I'll just type in homemade nyama choma, and I'll find someone who's making nyama choma in their house. If I want it with an oven, if I want it with a jiko,
yes,
if I want it pan-fried, like there are all these other things, but I really, really love that. And I'd like to rope you in on this, Chris, because you are in the finance world.
Yes.
And it used to be a very serious department, Kaufisi, Mahali, and all of that happening.
Yes.
But that has changed.
Everything has changed.
I see you online giving us tidbits.
The moment, I mean, I always love the fact that COVID made us think outside the box. COVID made us realize that the world is now flat. Now I can sell my product in the US, I can sell my product to China from my bedroom. You know, that thing. So social media has opened up avenues for us, and it's important that we then take advantage of it. We need to change how we think about money, how we can make money, and even how to, you know, make money work for us, which is the most important thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone here has struggled with this, but I have struggled with knowing what content works for me. Unafanya zote zote, umefanya comedy, vichekesho, umedance, umepika, umetufanyia ya serious, umetuonyesha boyfriend, umetuonyesha girlfriend, umekuwa relationship coach, you've done all those things. But how do you know that this is the one? Nikienda na hii, I will probably make something out of it other than just, you know, fumbling with everything.
Here's the main thing. If you want to be like, for everybody here is a content creator, do you know why I say that? Every one of you. Everybody here posts on the WhatsApp status. True? Exactly. And
memes,
then those people...
And then, forwards.
Yes, yes. Even those memes even define you like, hey, I know this person has very good memes. I know this person usually has whatever. They have a good sense of humor. But then there are also those other people you just ignore. You know this person is just constant nonsense. So gee, those side love songs, you know what they do. You know what it is. Some people, you skip their WhatsApp status on purpose. Correct?
Yes.
So your WhatsApp status actually even defines you already. All right? Now, when it comes to even now you posting your own content, how do you actually now get to the point of knowing which content you're actually supposed to post right now? One thing I want you to know is this. You will not be creating the same content all throughout your life because you would not be the same human being. When I was in campus, I was creating a different style of content. Right now, I'm not doing it. You even see it with your own, the content creators even you follow. They evolve and change gradually. If it's lifestyle content, it now becomes all of a sudden family when someone gets married. All right? You will change over time. But what I think I tell you is, what currently are you engaged in now? Okay? And some of you guys may not be thinking that you have to do video content. No! You don't have to be in front of the video, but you'll probably have a strong voice. You can literally hold your camera, talk about something that you're pointing about, and nobody even knows your face. But they know indeed, this person, whenever they go here, they always have the best 2 joints for some meal here and there out of school. But you never know you don't even know their face, but you know their voice and the places that they go to. And you like because of the way they articulate it. You have to remember, the biggest skill set of any content creator is not the followership, because nowadays it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Nowadays it doesn't matter. It's the content, is the actual content itself. You can have 200 followers and get even over 100K views on your second video. Easily. Get more views than someone who has even over 1.7 million followers. That is a fact. Because social media now is more or less interest-based, not necessarily follower-based. Okay?
Yeah.
That's something I want you to even have a clear about. So you don't even have to think about, and you can always add your own voice in it. What you're doing right now, you can add value. You have something that you can add value to the conversation based on your own perspective.
All right. Did you have something to say? I kept seeing the mic like this.
I just want to say, oh, really?
Because most people, we are focused on the likes, really, and that is the topic of, and followers and likes and all of that. So that doesn't matter. So when...
Interest-based.
What happens when you're doing marketing for probably someone, amekwambia ni postie hii, alafu nataka kuona wase wangapi wanabuy.
Okay,
so,
now.
kama wase hawabai, na kwambia hii hata wewe ujui hii kazi, you are fired.
No.
So,
first of all, here on your post here, you need to change that.
Yes.
You need to change that. What you need to do is actually start speaking from, I need to personalize this particular message for my audience.
Okay.
That's what you need to do. And the skill set that you're always selling, please remember, even as a content creator, when it comes to even video, even if you're posting even a particular poster, you're selling the editing aspect, the actual shooting aspect. There's a skill set in making a piece of content. Even if it's just a poster, you know how to just sit behind Photoshop, you know how to use even Canva. That's a skill set. Just like he's a financial consultant, he has a skill set. That is a skill set that is valid, and do not let anybody diminish you saying that indeed una postia too. No, there's a skill set that you actually have acquired that indeed you know how to shoot, edit, and actually post, so that now people know how to people now connect with it. And because of the way that you've even authentically even put it out there. That is a skill set. Don't let anybody think of the less of you just because that you only post here too. Nonsense.
So that's not...
No.
So to post yani too. But then what happens then when what does the person who's given me this job look at to see if the job was well done or not? If you're not looking at likes and followers, what is at what point do they see?
You see, now you're talking about rate card and everything. What do they look? What do they measure? The measuring metrics for working with a business person, right? The measuring metrics. One thing I'm telling you is this from the beginning. When Mikali approaches me to actually do a specific deal, all right? Now she wants, Simon, I want you to make this specific content and everything. Cool, perfect. I charge her based on the production of that particular content. Production of that particular content is the main thing. Now, the actual outcome of the particular piece of content, she approved it. So then I will release it out there. Now that in itself, the metrics themselves, because that requires a lot of the algorithm, and that requires even a lot even about the scripting. But because you approved the script, because you approved the edit, and because even you approved that indeed Simon is one to work with, that in itself is the work that actually supposed to be done. Now the outcome and the profit, that is not this thing that should be a metric measuring the sense that whether my money is valid or not. That is not it. It's the skill set. That's what I'm saying. Put some respect on the skills. That's what I'm saying.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. And I love that we've walked that journey. Now we're making money. Now we've gotten to you, Coach Chris. Because the one thing we're going to agree is social media, si kila siku, since you're not yet there, Ama, you've said that you've not made money from social media yet. But the truth is, it's not an everyday kind of salary like being employed. It is not. And when we talk to Coach Chris about finances, yeye inahonga upange pesa yako, ufanye, save. You know, there are all those mikakatis. But how am I mikakating if I'm not even having the money to mikakati with? You know what I mean? How do I plan with no consistent income?
I think even if they don't make money right now.
Yes.
I think they will at some point.
They will definitely make money.
Potentially, they're looking to make money at some point. Where we come in with the planning is, we rarely plan for money we have not received. We always plan when it has come. And you've already lost half the battle by then.
Okay.
Because we're very emotional people. Once you see money in your account, you're like, finally, I can do this.
Yes.
You forget when you were broke, you're like, I wish I had money so I can put aside money for this.
Yes.
You know, so that this stops being my headache.
Yeah.
But when you don't do that and money just arrives in your account, all of a sudden you're like, man, I need to go watch this latest movie. Man, I need to take my girlfriend out for a movie. Maybe I need to do this, and that. And then when the money is spent, then you're like, oh yeah, was that something that I really wanted? That's when you're remembering that actually there was something that really... So the next gig, I promised to do that.
Yes.
Then, again, you don't make your plan. But with the gig economy, you could just be called randomly right now. In the next 1 hour, there's a gig.
Yeah.
And you have 50K in your account. Again, you're surprised again. You're like, whoa. Yeah? So the thing is this. you have to plan way before you get the money.
Okay.
Okay? Plan before you get the money. Then ask yourself, how frequently does this money come in? Okay? Because you could be doing a gig maybe every 1 or 2 months or 3 months, 4 months.
Yeah.
So learn your cycle from your previous experience as an artist. Like you, for example, you know which are the good months in a year that you make money. You're able to say January is usually a good month for me. February, maybe not. March, something like this. So if you calculate how many months in a year do you have a good, season, it could be like 6 months.
Yes.
So it means then I need to take care of the next 6 months where I'm not making money.
Aha.
All right? So whenever I make money, I'm like, if I don't make money for the next 6 months, can I survive with what I have? Okay? And this one that I have, can I ensure that I don't finish it? Because I need to create some buffer to cater for the next 6 months.
Yes.
So every time I make money, I'm thinking like, if I don't make money the next 6 months, I need to create a buffer. So coming out of this mentality of whenever I make money, I need to spend all of it.
Yeah.
Needs to be gone. A thing of the past.
YOLO.
Yeah.
But I think these guys are making money. Wait.
They are
These guys are making. Nowadays they don't
money.
wait to finish school.
They
make money. They make money. I'm sure.
So they're making money.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Maybe not from social media, but you have other things that you do that you make money, right?
Ah, good.
For sure. Maybe even it's pocket money. So some people don't even think of pocket money as making money. Yeah? Because you think of it like I've received money and this is money that I've not worked for. So I must spend all of it because I'll just ask when it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah? But let me give you a little secret. This is your best time of your life. Because you have money and you don't have to pay taxes. You don't have to feed anyone else apart from yourself. In fact, even that one, you're being fed. Okay? So if you needed to do anything for yourself, this is the time. All right? So every amount of money you get, if you can put aside a certain percentage.
What percentage would that look like? What are we,
all right.
Is there...
These guys,
yes.
You know, if
1,000 ya lunch na unajua utakula pale kwa canteen ya 20. Ama kuna chakula 20, hakuna chakula 20? Kuna 50. Kuna 50. 100 and above.
100 and above.
Hey,
yeah,
inflation.
What?
I mean, things change.
Yeah, they really did change.
So, say for example, I'm like, I can afford at your age, I assume you can even do 30%. Of the money, right? 30% of the money towards something. And I like to give practical examples. For example, do all of you own laptops? Of your own, right? For example, okay, there may be some who don't own, for example, right? Mm-hmm. So setting yourself up for success is, let's say I want to buy my own laptop, okay? So I'm putting money aside to buy this laptop, okay? Because maybe your folks, their priority is just paying for you school fees. But you're looking at your future where this laptop is where you're going to develop your skill set to make money. So you need to save right now aggressively towards it. Yes. Now, once you're able to purchase that laptop, then now you're opening yourself up to higher sources of income all of a sudden. So you see, there's a sort of plan that you have. So once I have this laptop, again, we're sticking to a percentage, not a value. I don't like sticking to values. Because when you say value, it means if I say I'll be saving 2,000 shillings and I'm making 10,000 today, when I'm older and I'm making 50,000, I'll say I stick to 2,000
Bob.
Because that's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
So a percentage makes you move with your level of income.
Yeah.
So you're able to chase bigger goals like that. So that's our first place to start.
Okay.
Put aside some money for the times you won't have money, and then have a goal that you're chasing for that money that will allow other opportunities to come to make more money.
How many of us are saving? At all. Nice.
One person, at least.
What is this?
Yes.
There's a hand. It's like, let me see your hands. Sorry, can we have a microphone, please? Ali, you can just pick it up from him. Yes. And you can tell us your name, and then we'll give it to the lady at the back.
My name is Ryan Brown. I would say that I've done like this because I feel entertained about it. I feel nice about it. I'm saving, and at least I'm learning something from Chris.
Yes.
And could I ask Chris a question?
Yes, please.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, Chris, you've said that savings, you should save a particular amount of money for 6 months to back up you for the next 6 months. Now that we are talking about social media and saving and money, remember the money we are earning from social media is not that, it's not something that will come, it will come consistently, but it's not guaranteed that it has to come the same price. How will someone manage this kind of money, leveraging the percentages that you've just said? Like you've said also that if I earn 24,000 in this month, and I also need 24,000 next month, I have bills to pay, and on the other hand, I also have a lifestyle to live. How will I get to balance myself between these two scenarios? Saving the money, and on the other side, paying my bills. And apart from also paying my bills, I still need some more money that will reach the same capacity. Yeah.
All right.
So we're hard hitting already, yeah?
Yes. I like it. Thank you for the question. You can pass it over to, and then we can answer your question first.
Oh, I can
yes,
proceed.
Can
All right.
answer, yeah.
So the thing is this, we start from somewhere, okay? We start from somewhere. So if I always start thinking of what I don't have, I'll never do anything about what I have.
That's true.
Okay? So I can't go where my mind has not been. If, for example, I want financial security in the next 3 years, then I need to do something towards it starting now, okay? So I can't start saying this 24,000 that I'm making today, I need it again next month, so I can't save anything, okay? You need to start doing something called, looking at how your income comes in. Maybe you could be making 24,000 this month. Maybe next month you make 10,000. Maybe the following month you make 50,000. So what I try to encourage people is do an analysis and see which is your lowest income that you make. Okay? Which is the lowest income that you make, and budget your lifestyle with that one. Okay?
Okay.
Because if I budget my lifestyle with the lowest income that I make, it means when I make double that amount, I'm able to save more in readiness for when I don't get that high amount of income. It's all about that, having that mindset of delayed gratification, which is what many of us don't want. We want to enjoy everything now.
Now.
Yeah.
Here and now. If it's doubling, then we move houses. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're going to take a very short commercial break. Yeah. But when you come back, we'll take more of your questions, and we will have Simon also tell us ni nini tunafanya, yeye mwenyewe anafanya aje as a digital content creator when it comes to money. How has he mastered, there are months with, there are months without. I still need to keep churning out content, which also costs me money to put out. So all of that put together, how is he doing it as himself? So we can learn directly for him. But if you're tuned in, NTV Kenya on Facebook, on X, on Instagram and TikTok, those are our platforms. Ask us your questions. We'll be able to answer them. Coach Chris is here, and Simon says as well. Don't go too far. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back. This is Your World, and today we're talking about turning those likes, those views into money, cash money, hard, solid money. And once that money lands into your hands, what do you do with it? So Simon is here to teach us how to do that, create a revenue out of social media. And Coach Chris is here to tell us once that money gets into your pocket, what do you need to do to maintain it and grow it? And just before the break, we had a question that was answered. Thank you so much for that, Chris. But we have another question, suggestion, comment, I think, over there.
Thank you. I'm Erastus, a student in ZTech University. And I've managed to save 6,600 from online, just posting. And when just a customer asks for it, you just remove the stock, the fare, and you save a little bit from the money that you get. I managed to save 6,600, and of which I was saving it from in a saving bank, and I took the money to the bank. So this can maybe be used as a capital for another business. And through online businesses, I can say it has really helped me. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's give him a round of applause.
That's really impressive.
Yeah. So
see, just by posting, you said you just posted, right? Let me guess, Instagram? Instagram is what you're using? What were you selling, like clothes or something?
Yeah, clothes. The trending clothes, like the trending Gen Z, the clothes that they wear, some earrings, some coaches. Do you know coaches for the clothes?
Yeah.
That just,
Ah,
Those ones.
You see, now that's a thinking person. And then even he can scale that up. I have many ideas that he can scale that up, but I like that. That is someone who thinks, because that whole idea is he's learned the skill set of what? Whenever I post on this platform, I know how to engage with this client whenever they ask. Then I also know who to contact in order to make sure that this particular thing gets to the client. And that is now literally the skills that I'm telling you that you learn through execution. But bravo to him.
Oh, wow. That's
bravo
really, really good.
Yes.
Really, really good. I think something that I've also picked from him is the need to make money and use money now. That you have to, the delayed gratification. Where you can actually get this money and put it in a bank account, grow it into something else. And maybe you can give us more platforms where he can put his money to make sure that it grows faster than just a regular bank account. Because there are platforms where your money can multiply faster instead of just
for
a
sure.
bank account.
Nowadays, you know, investing nowadays is not for the rich. You know, there's a myth where I will start investing the day I start making 100K a month.
Yes.
I'll start investing the day I start making 200K. No. Nowadays, if you have 1,000 bob, even 500 bob, 100 bob, you can open an investment account. A money market fund is something that is so simple to have. And at your age, you can immediately open one and start putting money in there. Right now, the returns on money market are about, 12%, 13%. And with you, I can see that you'll be consistent. Now, imagine if you reach a level where you can actually put 2,000 bob a month, for the next even 25 years, you could already have up to almost 10 million from 2,000 bob. So it's something that if you do consistently, I was having a conversation off air with someone, I was telling him, making wealth is boring. It's about doing the same thing over and over as you're waiting for the compounding effect. There's something called power of compounding, compounding interest. So that is something that will work for you. So just having that discipline is what counts. So if you keep doing that, you'll really retire quite early.
Very early.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a question here as well.
Hello.
Hi.
So my name is Gideon. My social media is Giddy Creations. First of all, let me ask Chris. So maybe you can expound more about money market fund.
Okay.
So my question, the other question is to Simon. Personally, I've been creating content for around 2 years now. Sana pale YouTube. Wacha niongee Kiswahili ndio niongee intoke. So nimekuwa nikicreate content pale YouTube for almost 2 years. And personally I believe nimekuwa nikijituma sana. But sasa get to those clients, especially wale client wako pale juu, imekuwa ngumu sana. So basically mimi unaweza pata deal na maybe na a clothing store, also branding. So the payment ni tufanyie hii kazi, tutakuprintia t-shirt ama tutakupea merchandise kitu kama hiyo. But sasa kureach kwa wale wa pale juu contract based or kuna pesa mzito utapewa, hapo ndio kizungumkuti iko. So maybe naweza fanya nini ama ni nini sifanyi? I post almost right now on YouTube na post like kama mara 3 kwa wiki.
Okay, that's really good.
Good content, very good content. Sasa kureach kwa wale wazito pale juu, hapo ndio kazi iko. So maybe nini unaweza ni advise nifanye ama ni nini sifanyi ndio niwafikie.
Gideon, kabla hata kujibu niko na swali. Ni content aina gani una post kama venye alituambia anauza nguo, trending clothes, una post nini?
So right now on my YouTube na post conversations. Actually there's a playlist nimetengeneza ya shule conversing na students huku.
Okay.
All right, so just to expound a bit on the money market, you know, there are certain investments that I feel people run to without knowing. So I'm really excited that somebody wants to know, what is this? Okay. So money market is one of the investments under what we call unit trusts. Okay. Money market is one of them. And so unit trusts are usually investments where people like you and I, all of us, take our money to a fund manager and we ask them to invest it on our behalf. Now, they invest it on different things, but then they invest based on certain goals that we have given them. For example, there are certain group of investors who prefer low-risk kind of investments, all right? So they came up with a product called a money market fund, which then tends to preserve your initial capital, while giving you some interest on top, okay? So some institutions, I don't know whether I'm allowed to mention, but there's some institutions that are out there, you know, CIC, Old Mutual, you know, NABO Capital, ICA, those ones who have been in the industry. And these are some of the products that they offer you. And so when you put your money with them, you're looking to get higher interest than putting your money in the bank. Because in the bank, going to the bank with 2,000 shillings, the interest you'll earn on it will be almost next to zero. But these guys, what they're doing is they're taking your 2,000 shillings, they're taking his 2,000 shillings, half 50,000, and going to the same bank and saying, we want interest of 10%, because they have the luxury of capital, a lot of money that they're going in, so that they can get higher interest on your behalf. So they make higher returns than you going to the bank individually. That's why one of the preferences of it. So they're able to give you higher returns than you getting it yourself. Yeah.
Okay.
Understood.
I see. And then now you make, so basically what you make is you make content, just the Vox Pop kind of like conversations just like this around just student things, right? And then you would want to partner with people about conversations like this, so on and so forth. Do you post your content anywhere else apart from YouTube? Yes, you make clips from it?
Yes, I cut the videos into short clips.
Yes.
I post them on especially TikTok.
TikTok and even just TikTok alone. And of course,
TikTok.
even you make YouTube shorts from it, right?
Yeah.
I get you. Now, when it comes to partnerships, what I noticed is this. Have you ever approached anybody? And how do you approach them?
By sending emails.
By sending emails.
Hi, my name is, I do content based on this.
Okay.
Yes.
What I want you to do is this. Here's a strategic conniving one that you can actually even use. Here's the thing. When it comes to, because you're in campus right now, you have an audience of the mass, all right? You have to remember that. You have a lot of guys who just want to engage with you right now because you're in ZTech here. A majority of them will not want to make contact with you just when you leave ZTech because now you're not one of them, okay? So now, one thing for you, what you do is this. Have conversations even around a product that you want to partner with. And then here's what I want you to do. For example, it may be even Oreo cookies or something, okay? Now, even have a conversation even around Oreo cookies, even just have a conversation about it and whatever. Now, that particular video, tag them and then tell them that indeed we had a discussion, was it in school, we had a discussion about your particular product, whatever. This brings awareness to them that you've already made, and they would, of course, want to have a conversation because you are their main audience, okay? Know which companies want you. And then now actually make content around it. It can just be a conversation about, even for example, even can be even about even contraceptives, even sexual reproduction or stuff like that, because that's a lot of things. Be it even about drugs and so on and so forth, but include a product in between there, okay? And then now even discuss around it. Now, a platform that maybe you're not even aware of is Showcase. Even when you actually now make this particular piece of content, don't only tag them only on Instagram and other things. Go on LinkedIn and find out who's the marketing manager of this particular organization. And it's easy. Just write marketing manager up. It's easy. They're there. They're just there. It's easy, by the way. Very easy. Marketing manager, so on and so forth, find it there. Because this is you have to remember, all these things are just going through approval. It's like the marketing manager does this, then they allocate the resources, then they do whatever. You want to make sure that you know, hey, I'm here. That's what you want, okay? And you want specifically the marketing manager to know that I am here. What you do is this. Now you've made that particular piece of content for Oreo. Find out who's the marketing manager, so on and so forth. Use LinkedIn as a leverage for you to now engage in transaction. But then use YouTube to establish your brand and so on and so forth. When you make several, you just DM them. You can DM them or even tag them there on your post. I had a conversation with my youth about ad and so on and so forth, then CC them. They want to know because it's their job to know what is the market saying about my product.
Yep.
All right? That's a tactic you can use. Notice I'm not telling you to write a long proposal. I'm telling you a tactic you can practically use that's practical and you can execute, okay? Yes. That will get you in the door and that will get you now partnering with them. And here's what happens. When you start partnering, even us, even with Kali, I know for a fact, when you partner with a certain brand, other brands even view you a certain way and they'll approach you with a certain money to work with you.
Yeah.
So target the right ones. And then now all of a sudden you've worked, even they don't pay you anything afterwards or anything, they just recognize you. And then all of a sudden, Bam. Other people, they'll see, we already did with these guys. All of a sudden, your rate card starts increasing. That is a tactic I'll tell you. Okay? All right, cool.
All the very best. Where's the mic? Do we have a question?
Hi.
Yes.
My name is Moha. My question is, we're talking about finances and like what we get money from. For example, I am a beneficiary, maybe. I have done content creation on TikTok, maybe lives, and I've gotten certain gifts, which I've converted to money from PayPal. So my question is, from someone who has experienced online bullying.
Online?
Bullying.
Yeah,
from social media. At what cost for my mental health? At what cost is it gonna take? That's my question.
Maybe this is just me being emotional about it, but I do not think anything is worth your mental health. I know. Exactly. Of course you do.
A whole different perspective.
So the thing is, you look at the way I look at it, because I've been bullied, I've been called names online. It's either you choose to believe them, and I don't know why you would choose to do that because they know nothing about you. If you give them the power to put you down and put you away from what you're doing, which you love, which is content creation, then you're giving the power to them instead of maintaining and holding on to your power. So, when I say your mental health is more important, it's not in giving up what you're doing and giving them the power. It's in knowing who you are and what you're about, and that should not make you feel less or not good enough with with anything that you're doing. So check yourself, know your worth, and I'm sure they will expand more on that. But I don't know, just grow a thick skin.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
As someone who's with thick skin myself, and it's not from not taking a shower, it's just from the fact that here's the thing. No, here's the truth. Here's what I would say. All right? You will get criticism every single part of your day. Okay? Every single aspect of your life.
Oh, yeah.
You leave here, you go get a job, and even people even criticize that. All right? Criticism, you can hear it, okay? Your job is not to tell other people not to criticize you. No. Your job is to build the mental fortitude to actually even be able to handle all sorts of criticism and walk in your excellence.
Yeah.
You understand, okay? And walking in your excellence is even walk proudly in your mistakes, okay? Because even when you will make a mistake, even when you step out, walk proudly in that mistake with your head held high. Don't you dare tell other people to stop bullying you. No, they will continue, but you will define what you are to other people, not let them define you. So walk with that headstrongness and don't tell other people how they're supposed to treat you, because the moment you do that, you're showing the weakness that indeed their opinion matters to you.
Yeah, and it shouldn't. It really shouldn't.
And I think the thing is this, the people who are doing better than you will never have time to criticize you. It's always the people who are doing worse than you are the ones who are trying to pull you down. So the fact that people are targeting you, you should have some, it gives you some badges. You're like, oh, all of you are doing worse than me.
They see me.
You're seeing me, you're feeling threatened by me.
Yeah.
So take it as a positive in the fact that you guys are just hating on me because you can't do what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And maybe it's happening on social media, but like it's been said here, it will always happen. It will be from your classmates, it will be from your folks, it will be from your friends, your girlfriend, your whoever's. It will come, but you need to be true to who you are and know what that is, because if you do not know, then you will fall for whatever else anybody says you are. Oh, they say they have 4 kids and I'm hiding them. I don't know. Do you think I have 4 kids somewhere? You know what I mean? So the people will come up with things, but then as long as you know who you are and what you stand for, really, they can talk all they want. Don't give them the power.
First, my name is Sam Ali. Yes. My question is to Simeon. Umesema you are a digital
content creator.
Content creators. They say TikTok does not pay. It makes you famous. Right? Una post video TikTok, unafika 200 views. Somebody buda uko na pesa, uko na do. Na uja monetizewa, hujapata brand yoyote ya kuwa advertise pale, because saizi watu umesema ni you can market yourself, you get a brand ambayo unaweza do your content, you advertise them ndani, watu waone, so inamaanisha utakuwa like brand ambassador wao, kitu kama hiyo, right?
Okay. But
my question is, mimi for example I'm a dancer, naweza dance your dance nilipe without kupatana na kampuni yoyote. On my second question about Gide, YouTube wanasema to monetize you, to be paid through YouTube, unafaa ukuwe na kuna thresholds lazima ukuwe umefika. First ukuwe na 4,000 hours, 4,000 watch hours. Do you think 4,000 watch hours ni mingi sana? Right? So mtu anaweza reduce that watch hours imlipe ama apate so watch hours wengi.
Okay, here's how to answer your question. I can hear your frustration by YouTube. I can hear it. I can hear your frustration. Yeah. You have no leverage. Here's what I'll tell you to look. You're not looking at Facebook. Facebook, you only need 10K followers on Facebook, and Facebook right now has been monetized, by the way.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, get on Facebook. They've actually monetized, yes. And that's the case. And Facebook monetization it will be more practical here in Kenya. Yes. Do you know why I say that? Because most people who are business people, they spend money on ads on Facebook more, and hence your return on you'll be paid higher. Your click-through rate will be paid higher here in Kenya on Facebook than YouTube. YouTube, there are very few people who are actually even spending money for YouTube ads in Kenya. Hence the click rate, even the amount of the ads, don't skip my ad, whatever, it's not that high here in Kenya. So even when it comes to that, I'll be saying, look at Facebook, okay? It's more practical for you. It'll make much more sense for you here in Kenya. That's the truth as a content creator, all right? Now, when it comes to even you speaking about the first question about you saying TikTok, yeah, every platform has a different use, okay? Here's the reason why I would say when it comes to even you dancing, practical thing for you dancing, being very honest, why are you not telling people how you came up with your routine? And here's a practical one in case you want to get the awareness of you want to become Bahati's backup dancer or so-and-so's backup dancer. The easiest way is do this. Make 3 or 4 routines with one song. Trust you me, and then now what you do is, I can make so many routines with your one song. And then now what you do is, you go and now sell, partner even with someone who has a music video. The number one thing that all these musicians, what they want is, I want people to make routines with my music video so that it can go viral and I can actually get more views. Isn't that what they want? Yeah. And guess who's the biggest facilitator of all that? You. How are you not showing them that with your one music video, I can make so many routines and you monetize practically through that? That's practical money, okay? That's practical money where you're showing your skills in which I can not only make one, I make so many clips from that one piece of content video that you've actually given me. And that's something practical you can actually even do apart from the whole instruction thing that I've even said earlier. Does that make sense to you? It makes sense. All right, now Facebook, honestly, action-oriented. Post all your videos that you posted on TikTok, getting your little views, many of your views. Post them on YouTube, on Facebook, and you'll be shocked how they go. Okay? Yeah.
Yeah, Facebook iliacha kukwaya wazee. Well, so come on now. That's where the money is at. And it's true because I've been boosting ads on Instagram, but it's not been acting the way it used to. And when when it hit me, things have moved from Instagram and now it's on Facebook. It's just, so yeah, Facebook is where it's at right now. Kulkona question?
I have 2 questions. I have an account on Facebook and the account currently is having 5.1K followers. And they are telling me that I am unable to increase my followers since I'm using a professional dashboard. They're telling me I'm unable to increase my followers. And on the other hand, I'm being showed that I need to do monetization, do some payment so that my videos can get on ads and every other thing. Even if you follow me right now, I'll get something that, I'll get a notification that my limit for followers is already reached.
Oh, I know what you've done. So your main thing, what you've done is this. You see that normal account that you've had on Facebook, you just turned it into a professional account, correct?
Yeah.
Exactly. You don't have a Facebook page. Okay, Facebook page is different than a Facebook. Facebook page has endless amount of you limit because you just turned your own personal account into a professional account, and that's what many people do when they just want to sell to their friends. Now, if you want to reach the masses, you have to open a Facebook page. The difference between getting your own professional account, you just turned your friends into a professional account, and that's basically it. Hence, you can even boost so on and so forth, just little things here and there, but you cannot gain so much with that professional account. Getting a Facebook page, unlimited. That's what I'm talking about. The Facebook page is a monetization, because now Facebook professional account, you have to pay for now putting your ads, so on and so forth. You see, they're viewing it that way. You're not a creator in their perspective. All right, your business. But then now when you're a creator, and the perspective is that you have a page, and then now you can actually now create content. Then now they tell you, Vivi, you can boost this to specific audiences, and you can have an endless growth. You can have 200,000 followers, so on and so forth. But 10K for Facebook pages is a threshold for you to now start earning an income. You don't have a Facebook page yet, okay? Yeah, get a page, make a page. Then you can have the 10K threshold. Yes.
Okay. On the other hand, I heard you were giving some advice to my colleague, Moa over there, and he had...
Colleague. Interesting. So student, not colleague. Very interesting. What did you say, colleague? Very interesting. I like the way you say things. Continue.
He'd just spoken about cyberbullying, but we shouldn't assume this cyberbullying had undergone something called impersonation and defamation, whereby I saw somebody else opened an account somewhere with my name, everything, and was posting my things, plus hers, and some other things that weren't relevant to my case. So I don't know how we still say that we should not care about on the other side, but this one is affecting us, especially, let's say maybe you are in an institution, you're the president of the school, you are in another career that people know you, spoiling your reputation. How should we work on this one on social media? And on the other hand, he also said he goes live on TikTok. And remember, on TikTok, there are all those people who usually say that, oh, huyu amekuja hapa kutafuta pesa. Someone comes in and says, huu ni pesa, send your gifts, tap the screen. It's boring. So how do we go about that?
Yes, because you're basically, they view people who are live on TikTok as basically live beggars, content creators who are beggars, so on and so forth. They view it like that. But here's the thing: when it comes to the aspect of the bullying and someone created an account, literally here's practical things when it comes to the police aspect. Because even there's cases where we've gone to the police in several situations. What you do is, of course, collect that evidence, even going to the police and even filing that case then the police will follow up on that. That's something that's actually even done. Even people posting negatively about people in local home groups and so on and so forth, that's something that's done. Okay, very practical. So now when it comes to, but now it affecting you, notice I'm talking about individually. She's talking about individually. It affecting you is now you knowing how to move, even now, and being in a mental space in which you can actually move with mental peace, so that it does not destabilize you mentally, but you know how to navigate it, even now get the necessary evidence for police. Now, away from that, when it comes to the aspect of TikTok Live, you have a problem with going live on TikTok? Or I'm trying to wonder, like, why do you have an issue with it? I'm trying to wonder, like, is it like, to what extent should you go live? Or is it that because you're perceived in a certain way, you should not go live?
It's the extent whereby you find that there are negative things that comments that people are telling you.
Comments that are coming in live.
Coming to look for money.
Now let me tell you something practical. Something even that's going on right now even in China. Going live, live shopping is a big thing that's going on even right now in China.
Yeah.
It's huge. And TikTok shop is actually really huge.
Yeah.
What I'll tell you is, everybody that's going live, you're learning a skill set of actually live performing, even in selling even clothes. Many people right now, they're canceling out even their shops even in town and actually just showing attire. Go live with audacity and don't care about those comments and so forth. You're watching me.
Please.
All right? Now, that's the thing. Go with audacity. This is year for audacity.
I mean, they have tuned into your life.
Yeah.
So clearly they're finding value. They're not they're hating on you.
Find value because I own it.
Because they're in your space, really. They've come in. They've tuned in. The reason they have something to say is because they watched you, they listened to you, they gave you attention. Yes. They did. They gave you attention.
Thank you.
Okay. Our time is up. I don't know if there's any other question. Kabla nifunge kabisa.
I think maybe I can just give a comment.
Yeah.
One thing that I want to encourage people is that even at your age right now, it's important to define where you want to be in 20 years from now. define the kind of lifestyle you want to live 20 years now. Define how much you'd like to be earning in terms of your income 20 years from now. You know, we tend to assume we have time, but we don't. You know, we don't have time, especially our productive years. Those are the least we have. You know, football stars plan to play until they retire, but what happens? At age 24, you get an injury and you're out. So imagine if you were prudent with your finances from the time you're 18 until 24, you didn't care if your career ended. But many of us trying to think, I have time. And then something happens and you can't. This skill that you thought you have could make money with until you die might not work out. So it's important that you make some proper plans for yourself and just contribute consistently towards them, getting better, improving your skill, investing as you go. It's a pity we didn't have time to really get into that.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to get that out, that it's important that look for ways that your money can grow independent of you.
So the thing
Your
that
money
they say,
should grow independent of
working
you.
For me.
Yes, your money should work for you. So this money that you're making from your gig is seed money that then now you can invest, so that when that now pays you, that's now what you can spend on things you want. Because then that will continually be there for you. Yeah.
That's powerful, yeah. There was a comment right here, a question before, and I know we're running out of time, but please.
Yeah, it's just a
hold
question.
for a second.
Yeah, I'm Kenneth Syrian. I was commenting on money saving. You talked about money saving.
Yes.
So as a student or as a comrade, for instance, you have saved something on it. Your parent has given you, for instance, 1,000. You save 30% on it, but as the days goes or as the life goes on, in the campus life, you feel the money I've saved, you go back again
and use it.
Yes. So how do you do so as to get out of that reaction?
So that's a very good question. Okay, one thing that I want to get people out of is that you don't need to survive on one source of income.
Okay.
The money you get should be looking towards how can I get another source of income with what I have. Okay? For example, we've grown up the mentality of I need to get a job so that I am happy.
Yeah.
But a job is not enough. A job is just giving you the platform to have capital to do something else. So you need, as while you're in campus, you need to be, how can I make money while I'm in campus? Just like he's saying, while you're here, you have opportunities because you're here. Right now, you have your friends who you can sell for something for 100 bob and you make profit of 20 shillings every single time. So, and that's what you survive on as you're able to boost, your savings. So don't sustain yourself with one source of income. That one source of income is your capital to now look for other sources of income.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to add on. You see, you right there, everybody was saying that's a content creator. You see, you know how to edit. You know how to edit, right? You can edit for other people. That's a skill set.
Yeah.
Charge more money right there.
Yeah.
You see someone else, you know how to do what? It's like someone else wants to be a dancer. Teach them how to do a dance routine. Charge them right there. That's how you think out, using your skill set beyond the realms, and hence you have multiple streams of income, like you say.
Yeah. That's true. And I appreciate that, because sometimes when we are very young, we do not think like that. But that is the truth. We do not have time. If you don't set the foundation right now, then you're 35, like you know who. And you're asking the same questions that you are asking in campus. So set the foundation right now and build up from that, okay? Final comments from my panelists as we close?
Don't let anybody stop you from creating your content. Actually, what I'll tell you to do is this. Whatever piece of whatever you're studying, whatever you're learning right now, try to make a piece of content around it so you can establish you as an expert and post it around even on LinkedIn, a little bit there. Just post it like once a week, something interesting that you learned in class. Post it on LinkedIn, just even your output, what you thought about what the lecturer even taught you. Just posting that alone. What you want to do is, I want to get in front of the future employers, them seeing that I indeed have skills that I'm actually trying to prove. All right? That can set you apart a lot, especially when it comes to even into interview rooms, okay? Just try that.
I think make content about today's show, right? Guys, thanks.
I think for me, my parting shot is this. You're at a very nice age where you can try everything and fail and start over again and fail and try over again. So you're at your experimental phase. try social media. If it works, it will give you some money. While it's giving you some money, try something else. It's about trying things until you find what works for you. And once you find what works for you, then now you can maximize on that. Because then now you can start making projections of how can I scale this? How can I make more money from this? How can I bring partners into this? So feel free to explore your options. You know, sometimes we've been defined by, are you good in maths? Maybe that's, you should become an accountant. No. Whatever you're good at, find ways that you can make money from it, have it work for you.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Simon. Thank you so much, Coach Chris. Yeah. And thank you, my amazing audience, for asking questions and being very interactive in this session. We are at the ZTech University Ruiru campus, and it's been an amazing session. Thank you for tuning in as well. We'll be seeing you tomorrow, same time, same place. This is Your World. I've been your host, Wikali Mary. Adios.